Many Canadians are in the dark about elder abuse, but turning a blind eye will only make the problem worse. Financial, physical, emotional, neglect. It's time to face the reality of elder abuse.
Imagine you are walking home. You pass by your elderly neighbor's house. Suddenly, a cry for help sends a jolt of fear through your body. You step towards the window to see what's going on, but the blinds are down. All you can hear is a man's voice viciously hollering terrible words.
Elder abuse. It is important to us all because we all have parents and grandparents who we want to see safe and happy and can't even begin to imagine them any other way. Good morning. My name is Sophia Lakani, and these are my group members, Reese Weisenborn, Gavin Wiley, and Nikita Bichkov. Elder abuse can occur in various forms, and there is often more than one type of abuse that can occur at a time. One of those forms of abuse is physical abuse, when the abuser commits a physical assault against the victim, including kicking, punching, or assault with a weapon.
There's also psychological abuse. This is when the offender is making the elder feel isolated, humiliated, and taking control of their thoughts and feelings.
Financial abuse, the second most common type of elder abuse, affecting 60,000 Canadian elders. This includes the misuse of an elder's funds through force, intimidation, or fraud.
Medication abuse, which is when the elder is receiving too much, too little, a totally different drug, or neglect of a drug completely.
And finally, neglect. This is when the offender is neglecting to provide the proper resources for the elder.
What is Carya, and what do they do to help this vulnerable population? Carya is an organization that has elder abuse programs that support seniors who are victims of abuse. Carya has the program called the Elder Abuse Response Team, or ERT, in collaboration with the Calgary Police Service and the Kirby Center. ERT is a 24-hour response team that answers calls of abuse and investigates the cases. Carya also offers emotional support to the victims and their families. We chose to support Carya because through our research, we discovered that 14,500 Calgary seniors are facing abuse, and despite good intentions, there is not enough available help available to them.
Returning to our story that Reese began with. As you stand outside the window, you have two options. Walk away and try and forget what you heard, or to call ERT. Decide to call ERT. ERT then arrives with a Calgary Police Service member who lays charges against the offender and removes him from what turned out to be his mother's home. In reality, 83% of abuse comes from a spouse or a family member.
The first thing Carya does after being contacted through EARL, or the Elder Abuse Response Line, from either the bank, hospital, doctor, or a witness, they go to the scene to confirm that it is legitimate. After that, they make sure the elder is okay and identify the risk factors to see what may have caused the abuse.
Some of those risk factors include if the elder has a physical impairment, mental illness, or low cognitive ability. If the elder has any of these, they are prone to abuse.
According to the Calgary Herald, a 92-year-old man was caught being physically abused by his 3 caretakers in a nursing home. The caretakers tampered with his bed, beat him several times with a metal pan, poured water on him, and pulled the sheets of the bed over his face so that the man would have difficulty breathing. He died 1 month after the assault. This was only discovered because of a hidden camera in his room, which suggests that there's more abuse happening under the radar that needs to be addressed. Elders who are suffering abuse are rarely admitting it. In fact, according to the Calgary Herald, 80% of Calgary seniors who are facing abuse do not report it.
A social worker we got to meet with at Carya told us about a 67-year-old lady and the abuse she faced. For her family's privacy, we will call her Carol for now. Carol was abused by her grandson. Her grandson was constantly demanding money and ownership of all her properties. Eventually, her checkup came up at the doctor's. Carol gathered all her courage and told the doctor about what was going on at home. The doctor called Ert, and it was later a trial in court. Carya helped Carol through this tough time and accompanied her at court. The grandson ended up in jail, and Carol had a great rest of her life. Unfortunately, she passed away not too long ago, but is still admired for her courage. And even though she doesn't live on this planet, she still lives on in our hearts.
Carya was able to help this lady live out her remaining years in happiness. In 2015, opened 148 elder abuse files, from which 60 police charges were laid. The Calgary Police Service investigates the cases of abuse in order to have trials and charges pressed against the offender. Carya's ability to help Carol is just one example of the many lives who they make a life-changing difference in every year. But how does Carya promote awareness to the public?
Well, Carya has a free elder abuse training course available for anyone to take. This course is intended for people with professions that interact with the elderly in their daily lives, such as bankers, doctors, and other healthcare workers. This course identifies the risk factors and what to look for in a situation where abuse is suspected. If somebody suspects a case of abuse, they must contact Ert or Earl and give them any information of what they saw or heard.
A donation of $1,000 to $5,000 will allow Carya to go into schools and educate students of all ages about the different forms of elder abuse and the associated risk factors. Carya will also inform the students of what steps to take if they encounter or suspect elder abuse. This awareness benefits the elders because in 15 years there will be an estimated 1 million elders in Canada, and youth are going to be responsible to take care of these older adults.
The victims will also benefit from this donation because there will be more public awareness about elder abuse and more can be done to prevent it. This donation will also benefit the genuinely concerned family members of our seniors. They will benefit because of the awareness created by Carya, thereby resulting in the end prevention of elder abuse. This will give them peace of mind knowing that their elderly family members are safe, well cared for, and looked after by the citizens of Calgary.
Just remember, it started with Carya, and it can end with you. Thank you.